join the choir. Shit, I should go to church. Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. What you know about losing your best friend, or losing your best man, losing your blood brother from a sister, wishing you can free him again. All the real niggas put y'all hands in the air for the real niggas y'all can lost. All the real niggas chuck y'all gang in the air for all the bitch niggas y'all been taught. Man, this shit got real crazy, feel like we losing niggas on the daily. All I had tears in my eyes, anger said somebody need to die. I was trying to get some get back, they killed my homie of a bitch, nigga. I'll be damn, won't get my get back. Let's crack and look at me wrong, that boy about to get his shit pushed back. I think I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, it was wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir. Cause we was sinning, we was hanging in the field. We had Glocks with extensions, man, this chicken got real wicked and tricky, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. Oh, we was sinning, yeah. I think that I'ma join the choir.
All right. Welcome to the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And with me today, we got the infamous. Y'all know him as Cali Negro 5 on TikTok. Y'all know him. Y'all may not know him as the relationship coach. He's the man with all the certifications. Certified in a lot of things, but that's not important. We got the one and only Mr. Walt D in the building. What's up, brother?
Thanks for having me, brother. What's going on with you?
Oh man, another day, another lesson learned, man. We got to get into it, man. We got to destroy some simps. We got to talk about some modern women, and we got to set the record straight, man.
Let's do it.
We gotta put y'all on a path to enlightenment. A lot of things going on, man. I have the I put the show together. So Walt D is kind of like, he doesn't know what he's up against until I show it to him. So you get fresh takes from Walt D, but I'm already semi a little bit prepared because I know what I'm gonna show. So he don't know any of these videos I'm about to show. But we about to get into it. This brother's gonna expound, man. We're gonna do some balloon pop dating. We're gonna do a little bit of talk about how men choose. We're gonna talk about how men choose today, how men choose. I got a couple videos. Women are out of control, Walt. When did our black sisters, our black women become the bully?
Since Sim started handing out the license for it.
When did our black sisters start perpetuating racial stereotypes and undertones, right? When did our black women become this hyena culture that we're starting to see, that we've been seeing for a while now? I'm about to show you a video that you won't even believe. You'll be shocked. You would think this is like some reverse racism type of thing going on, like if this was like the 50s.
Oh, wow.
And you had like a black student walking down the yard, and you got white people up in their face and, telling them all kind of things and just following them when they're trying to walk away. But I got a video here of some sisters attacking a white dude and a white girl. Just ganging up and double teaming, and it's crazy. I don't know the context behind the video. I don't know if he said the N-word or whatever, but just the fact that the sisters are more aggressive than the men. What are you doing? ganging up on a brother. What are you doing in a school setting? These are young ladies. You know, I'm gonna have to put for educational purposes only when I play these videos, right? But before we jump into that, let me go ahead and get into the sponsor, man. Y'all know I have a Shopify store, muchoart.com. I want y'all to check it out. Let me find the video I want to play for it real quick. Let me find the video I want to play for it real quick. Hopefully I have it. Hopefully I have it. Let me see here. Do I have it? I don't think I erased it. But anyway, if you like, man, I'm telling you, hands down, the best merchandise on YouTube. If you like original art, original clothing, if you're not afraid of being different, right? Some of y'all need those name brands, right? You need those Gucci's, those Louis, all that stuff. But if you want to support a brother, you know, up and coming brother, we got a amazing merchandise wall art for you guys. And all you got to do is go to muchoart.com. MUCHO, mucho, Spanish for much, right? Or a lot. Mucho art, ART.com. Go check me out. Get some merch, man. I'm telling you, my merch, man. And let me tell you something. In the next 100 days, my merch is about to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm talking about backpacks. I'm talking about watches. I'm talking about clocks, mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, socks, wall art. It's about to go to another level. It's already at another level now. We got most of that stuff now, but I'm adding some new items to the store. I think y'all want to check it out, man. Oh yeah, we coming with the trucker hats, Walt.
Nice.
We're gonna have the Too Much Moxie trucker hats, and then I'm gonna have other designs. It doesn't have to be the podcast stuff. I'm gonna have other designs on these trucker hats, right? So y'all go make sure y'all check out the merch. But let's hop into a video real quick. Let's hop into one of the videos real quick. Get right into it, and let's go ahead and shock our brother Walt D. Let's do it.
No, I'll get off the started room. No. I have to push. I have to see the work. Make it see the work. Make it see the work. I'm saying. Shut up.
All I gotta say is, what school is this?
Wow. That's a lot of females at that school too. I didn't see that many dudes, and I don't even think I really seen them.
Man, I don't know what school this is, man. But when did women start doing this? When did our black girls started doing this? When did you think it's ever okay for a woman to stalk another man and gang up on him? I don't know if that's his sister. I don't know if that's his girlfriend. I don't even know the context, but this just looks all bad. Where are the brothers at? Where are the brothers to step in and say, hey, that's not right. Don't do that.
Man.
Do they even should the brothers even did the brothers just do the right thing and just say, you know, it ain't you know, let me just stay out of this one? Because you can't control them.
Well, I think it's two things. For one, the if there was dudes in that crowd, a lot of the dudes act like the sisters. That's for one. And then for two, the society we live in now, for some strange reason, females can hit people and do all this type of stuff, and then as soon as a guy does one thing, he's villainized. So they're like, oh, you shouldn't have hit that girl. But you saw about 10, 11 people hit that dude. You know, so if he got up and swung at all 10 or 11, you still have some people that'll say, oh, he shouldn't have hit any of those girls. If he did, if he wind up hitting them. So that's the society we live in. So either you're not gonna help a guy because you're a guy that's a sister basically, or you're afraid of what's going on in society. The double standard.
Facts, man. I cringe at what, because I'm trying to look at myself. I'm trying to put myself back in high school days. What would I have done back in the day? If I seen something like this, a group of, would I be in the crowd? I mean, let me be honest. I might be in the crowd laughing too. I might be in the crowd let me stay out of it. It's none of my business. But where are the teachers at?
Yeah, something seems off.
Where's the voice of reason? How do you, when do we allow kids to walk around with cell phones that freely and record on school campuses like that? Where was I just don't get it, man. When did our black girls start acting like hyenas? That's hyena culture right there. Let's be real. Let's just be real. That's a pack of wild animals, right? Ganging up on their prey.
We know when that started.
I hate to use that terminology, but that's mad aggressive. And these are young girls.
Mm-hmm.
These are these the choices that men have to choose from when they come of age? Is this what's out there?
Basically,
is this what the world is producing and creating? Women who are going to be aggressive like that and stalk a man while he's walking away?
Yeah, it's terrible for the most part. As far as what I do and what I practice, every time I go back and see a troubled kid, whether it's a male or a female, I always go back and the majority of the time it's from a single mother household. And people are going to hate me for saying that, but that's just how it is. I'll see a troubled kid and go back and I'll say, dang, where your daddy at? Let me talk to your daddy. Because that's what I have to do now in order to not, because now I have to watch out, because if I say certain things, the mothers are going to think that I'm shaming them. If I say, oh, well, it's your mom, huh, or whatever. So I can't say that. All I can say is, hey, where's your daddy at? And then she'll say, oh, well, my dad ain't been blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, all right, well, then I take it from there. But that's what it is. Ever since the man got kicked out of the house, and the only people allowed in the house is either no man, a simp, or an alphabet man. A lot of this stuff has been going on more and more, because a man is going to say, hey, my daughter, I don't care what you do, don't buck up at no man like that, because then I'm going to have to take him out. Your brothers are going to have to take him out, or something like that. Now they're just isolated. They don't know what it's like to have a protection from a man, from a father, from a good male figure, because their mother set it up like that.
And from the looks like it, man, they don't even want protection. They're protecting themselves.
Oh, they want protection. They want protect. They cherry pick protection, because as soon as they get dropped, or as soon as it gets real, they're gonna say, "Where was you at?" and have some type of complex.
You didn't defend me. Yeah, you didn't defend me. Why didn't you jump in? Oh, he hit me. Oh, he hit me. And then they start playing that victim. The moment it gets real, the moment that man starts swinging back, they ball up, they curl up, and they cry. Like, oh, I wasn't
Exactly.
expecting this.
And it doesn't even have to be a physical swing back. It could be an emotional swing back. It could be financial swing back, anything. Like even in what I do, I tell some females, I say, hey, I wouldn't get with that dude, blah, blah, blah. And then they pridefully tell me that they like what they like. And then later on, when they go through hell and high water with that guy, they're like, well, aren't you a minister? Aren't you a life coach? Don't you do this and don't you do that? Why don't you tell my man to shape up? I said, wait, I'm not telling a man to shape up that you wasn't supposed to be with in the first place. You're
Come
trying
on.
to dictate my protection. You're trying to get protection on your terms. And that's the problem
Come
of
on.
what's going on right now.
Come on, Walt D. Say it. Say it like it is, brother. That's facts. That's all fact. Can you hear me okay? Am I sounding good or am I sounding low?
I can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, man. It's getting out of control, man. It's getting crazy. Let me play the next video. Let me play the next one. I don't want to run through these too fast, but let's play the next video because I got some more videos for you, man. Look at this.
Do me like you did me. Do me like you did me.
What the fuck?
Do me like you did me.
What the fuck?
Come on. I got scars that will never leave my body, Christian.
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck?
She over there getting her sandwich. Oh, mama.
What the fuck?
You was just doing all that outside, right?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
You're scary. That's why you don't touch me now while all these people is watching.
Brother, we even laid there and alive. She over there beating the fuck out this nigga, brother. I'm like,
What the fuck? She beating this nigga ass. She beating this nigga ass.
Oh, yeah, I am.
No.
Yeah, I am.
I'm like, what the fuck? She talking about something. The nigga gay. God. God.
oh.
Never touched her. Yeah.
Oh.
No, nigga. Cause you know.
What do you think about that, Walt D? Isn't that crazy? I mean, what's going on? These women are getting aggressive. They're becoming like men. Why didn't nobody call the police for that, brother? Why didn't nobody stop? If that was a man hitting on a woman, somebody would have intervened already.
Oh, the police would have been there like lickety split.
Nobody called the police. Dude is live streaming. Nobody tried to protect dude at anything. They just let this small little 5'3" woman attack this tree multiple times, over and over again, and with no accountability. You know there's a difference between free will and free choice and freedom of choice, right?
Modern woman doesn't think so, but yeah.
Let me tell you the difference between free will and freedom of choice. See, we have a false illusion here in America, right? We have freedom of choice, right? In America, we have freedom of choice. We don't have free will. Free will is no accountability for your actions. Think about that. Will to do whatever you want. Free will means you can do whatever you want and there's no consequences. Freedom of choice says you can choose whatever you want, but you pick your poison.
Yeah.
There's consequences for your choices. Freedom of will is you can do whatever you want and there's no consequence. Freedom of choice is you can choose whatever you want, but you must accept the consequences that come with those choices. Here's the thing about America. America controls the choices. It's always going to be the lesser of two evils. So even if there's 36 flavors of ice cream, you don't got free will. You just have freedom of choice to choose those out of those 36 flavors of ice cream that they control. Free game for y'all. Let that sink. It's probably too deep for some of the viewers here, but let it just sink in and mull it over. Freedom of choice, free will. These women, these modern women, feel like they have free will.
Yeah, they feel like they have free will because they have a pseudo free will. They have a free will granted to them by simps and entities to where there can be a double standard like that, to where they can hit on a man like that and not have to face consequences, or how the co-founder of Me Too can do what they're accusing men of, but only the men face the consequences and things like that. It's the entities and the simps that's giving them a pseudo free will, and they're acting upon it. And what's even worse is I feel bad for these young men, because these young men have to grow up because of the pseudo free will. It pushes the man out the house, and then the boy has to grow up with simp brainwashing, saying, "Hey, you could get help for your daddy issues, but your mom did the best that she could, so we don't need to counsel you for your mom. We're just going to counsel you for your dad." Which brings me to my next point. It's sad that they make a spectacle of these young men by having simp counselors and simp life coaches, and some lame woman putting a video of a guy counseling or coaching a young man on his daddy issues as they're doing it as a spectacle and as entertainment, or like the scared straight thing. When we see the scared straight, what is it mostly? Mostly grandmothers and single moms trying to have some person scared. They need to scare straight these mothers.
Yes.
The mothers need to start being scared straight. It's sad that kids have to be put through a spectacle just so that the mother can save face on appearance and not make it look like she was being a crappy mother. And then it boils over into the schools, and then you get the video that you see right there. Or it boils over into society, and you get the video that you see right there.
So what was the freedom of choice for that young man? To hit her, or to not, or to get hit?
Oh no, he doesn't.
Or just allow her to keep hitting him like that.
But that's the problem that men face. That pseudo free will that women have takes away the rights of men. Takes away the will of men, because here's the thing. Let's say the guy sits there and gets hit, but let's say she actually injures him, right? Because she could have injured him, and to where he couldn't come back from it. Or some females will grab a blunt object or a sharp object. That's happened before too. But then let's say he defends himself and fights back, and the police come. Now he has to worry about, okay, I hope I get a policeman that's fair, which half the time it's not going to be, or will I get a policeman that's a simp that's going to look and say, "Oh, you hit that woman, even though it was in self-defense. We're going to take you in." And then she sits there and watches you go away in the car after she hit you 20 times and you just hit her like once or twice. That's the problem that we're facing in society.
Or worse, you get a woman cop that shows up at the scene, and she's going to be 100% sympathetic towards the woman, and that man, and 100% aggressive towards that man.
All bad.
You don't have balance, man. You don't have balance. I mean, I don't know if I would have let that woman hit me that many times. I would have definitely got her up off me, pushed or something. I mean,
right.
If I'd have had to go to jail that night for defending myself, at least it's on camera. That would be my defense, and I would take it to court. But yeah, man, it's just sad that men have to suppress their aggression when around women, and they get to be 100% aggressive. And they do it under the plight like, I can't hurt him because he's a man. That's ridiculous. What about that man's self-esteem?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What about that man's self-esteem? You know, yeah, those aren't man punches, but those are still punches.
Right.
You know, whether your father or your mother is hitting you, you're still getting beat. And it's just sad, man, that these women, especially our black sisters, because that's what that's what I'm not saying it doesn't happen in other communities, but this is what we're seeing, man. This is this is what's going on. Let's listen to what's going on. Not to go off the subject real quick, but we're in a time where they're trying to call black people racist. They're trying to make us be them. Right, they're trying to turn us into the colonizers, right? They're trying to make us seem like, oh, black people are the most racist people. And when you look at our black women, the way they talk, the way they move, even though they're not racist by definition, just by them showcasing that, it looks bad.
Don't forget sexist.
Yeah, they say the most racist, sexist things that they say things that no black man could ever say or would ever say. Now, some of us, don't get me wrong, let me tell you like this: bigotry is everywhere. Let's get that. Bigotry is everywhere. Everybody got bigots in their family or somewhere in their family tree, where they're like, I don't like a certain group of people because, or I don't like a certain group of people because of how I was raised or what I thought. There's always going to be some preferences and extreme prejudices in places, but we're living in a time where they're talking about blackwashing. It used to be whitewashing. Now they're talking about we're blackwashing because we're reclaiming our history back. They're saying,
oh my God.
Egyptians are saying we're blackwashing their history when we know they weren't always in that area. Okay. The Arabs weren't always in this certain area, and now that they are, they're talking about like they're the 24 dynasties that was there before them. Like they're them. They're trying to act like they're kin to those 24 dynasties, which we know for a fact were black.
Nah.
And because we pointed out, they're saying, "Oh, you're blackwashing. You're blackwashing." You got white supremacists saying we're blackwashing. And they're the main ones whitewashing.
Has anybody ever been to Algeria?
Come on.
Like we talk about Egypt, but Algeria is like, and that you're like, damn, where did all the African people go in Algeria? Like, the darker ones, like.
It's like they know. It's like everywhere you go, they don't want to show the indigenous people of that land. They always try to hide them. You go to places like Colombia, you go to places like even Mexico, Guatemala, Argentina. They don't want to show Brazil, the Dominican Republic even. They don't want to show the darker skin. They don't want to show the indigenous people. They want to act like they were already here, and they weren't.
Right.
Melanated people were here first, and we always will be here first. But it just amazes me that's what's going on now, how they're saying that black people are racist, and we're the most racist now. That's the narrative they're trying to push. And then you have our black women acting like this. I got another video for you. Just want to show some accountability on both sides. I mean, it seems like we're always talking about modern women, but they're doing the most. That's why they're doing the most. Let's go through it. she picking up some money off the floor? I don't know what that was, but I heard the brothers. But they were smart enough not to be doing that because they know dang well if that was a group of brothers tearing up a place like that, it'd be on and popping.
But you know they
Everybody
don't
be
have no
laid up.
daddy, because
Man,
back in our, that wasn't really going on back in our day, because people still, even though there was a lot of single mother households, there still was households with the father around, and either the father or the community leader, if they ever seen somebody in their community or their daughter acting like that, like, do you know how many times daughters had to say, "Hey, I can't do that because my dad would trip." You know, "Hey, I can't go there because my dad would trip. I can't get caught doing this because my dad would trip." Now you don't hear. When's the last time you heard a young woman say, "Dang, I gotta behave myself because I'll be in trouble by my dad"?
mm,
I haven't heard that in like the longest time.
mm,
Have you?
man, I haven't. And let's be real, the children are not afraid of the fathers anymore. The fathers are weak. A lot of the fathers are weak, man. Especially being on shout out to OD, being on OD's podcast on TikTok. Man, we just see a lot of weak men come up on the platform sometimes. You know, they're the core brothers. You know, we got some core brothers on that show, and we hold it down. And we got some new brothers coming in, but you know, there's a lot of brothers who think they have to speak up for women, and don't want to let them be accountable, and always want to throw the accountability or throw the finger back at pointing the man. But if we're being honest, we're not doing anything. It really isn't us this time. You look at this video here and you see these women destroying a restaurant. What makes you that mad that you think you can do that? And I don't know the context, but I don't know if they spit in their food. I don't know if they call them the N word. I don't know. But what could cause you to destroy a place like that? What would give you the guts to vandalize and be on camera and not care? If you if if you think that there's no consequences for your action. These women are walking around with no consequences. I don't know if they went to jail. I don't know if the police came later and took them to jail. We don't know. We just don't know. But the way they were moving, as slowly, they weren't running away. They were trying to stay there until the cops come.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
what happens if the cops come? Are they going to get mad at the police for doing their job, for arresting them? Are they all going to gang up and beat up the police officer and act like they're not going to get shot? Because they may, it's going down. We already saw a group of migrants beat up a police officer and get off the next day. Never in my life would I thought I'd be protecting the police.
I don't think I ever could. But the thing is, like you said, they don't have no sense of consequences, no sense of accountability. But another big thing is they don't have any class. Because let's go back to it. Back in our day, for the most part, if you did a certain woman wrong, or you knew, like you said, you never know if they spit in their food or called them the N word or whatever. But still, no matter what they did to those women, if that was back in the day, you knew not to mess with certain women because you knew who their family was. You knew who their daddy was. You knew who their brothers were. You knew who their mama was, and and you knew who their cousins were. And so, whether you was a restaurant or individual or not, if you did something to a certain female, she had enough class to say, "Okay, I'm gonna tell my family." Or, "Okay, I'm gonna tell my daddy." "Okay, I'm gonna let my cousins know." But she wouldn't do it just all willy nilly. She'd do it if she was legit. If she was legit offended, and the family would come, either the daddy would come down, or the cousins would come down, or the entire family would come down to that establishment and that person and say, "Hey, we got a problem." But now, because of simp culture And because of entities, they're letting the modern women know, hey, it's not about family, it's about individualism. So if you get done wrong, why do you need anybody else? You can handle it yourself. And that takes away the entire culture that we went by, the entire culture that our ancestors went by. Even now, like you try to do that over there in like Africa, to certain people, they still have that culture. Their family will come after you.
Mob justice. Let's go.
Right? And those women have so much class. They keep themselves together. You wouldn't even go mess with certain women because you're like, I don't even know who your family is. I just know the culture that you come from. So I better mess with you at my own risk. But you can't say that for modern women. Modern women, you say, oh, I know the culture you come from. You probably ain't got no backing. That's what we're dealing with.
No home training. No father in the home. Easy peasy. That's what they think, man. And it shows, man. It shows. Like, you know, it's just crazy that our sisters. I mean, the stats are out, man. They're saying the next 5 years, women are going to overrun the prison. Women. It's going to be more women going to jail than men.
Well, if you really think about it, they're all it's right there at the threshold. It's just the DAs, excuse me, the DAs, because of political reasons, are not going after women more, or not pursuing women more. Because if you go to a family class like anger management or anything like that, I dare anybody to go to an anger management class or a DV class or whatever. You'll see that the women's side is just as filled up as the men's side. But the problem with it is the men's side, those are the guys that are actually going to jail because the DA is actually going after them and pursuing the case. The women on the women, you'll say, well, the women's side is filled up too. Have they been to jail? Not all of them haven't been to jail. They get like a slap on the wrist, or go take some anger management, and so on and so forth. And you've seen the thing that I posted on social media. If you say, my wife is yelling at me. If you type in Google, my wife is yelling at me, you'll get all these simp excuses of her mental state, blah, blah, blah. But then if you put, why is my husband yelling at me? And you just replace wife with husband, why is my husband yelling at me? It just gives you the hotline, to the DV hotline.
The domestic violence hotline, DV. Oh my God.
And that's what's happening. That's why men are winding up in jail more than women, because society simps for women. But like you said, hopefully they'll cross the threshold where the DA will start going after women more than men, because it's really the DA's call on a lot of issues.
That's right. It's just a shame, man. The stats are coming out. The future projections are here. We're looking at the rise of women violence. We're looking at the rise of women being the aggressors. You know, we see these videos of women going overseas and trying to yell at men and act the way they act here in the U.S. It doesn't translate very well when you travel. The way you carry yourself here in America doesn't necessarily translate well. You know, the things you're able to get away here in America doesn't translate well in another country. And we're seeing what's going on with these women are going to jail. And they're not being lenient on these women. They're actually cracking down and being harder. Because if that was, you know, a lot of times if it was a man, they'd probably still be aggressive, but they would be, I wouldn't say lenient on that man. That man would have some decorum and know where he's at. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, like if I'm not gonna, you know, I may cuss a person out here in the States, but I'm gonna be a little cautious if I'm overseas. I'm gonna be a little.
But you know what that says to me, brother?
Go ahead.
That says to me how far we have fallen as men over here in the United States. Because if we were to have a zero tolerance, now I'm not saying put your hands on women or anything, right? But I mean, they will in those other countries. So the women so if women fly over to those other countries, you better watch out, right?
Don't
But
go to Gambia. Don't go to Gambia. That's
don't
all I'm
don't go to
saying.
Gambia and whatnot, right? But let's say the men in over here in the United States started having that mentality to where we're not going to mess around or deal with modern women. Okay, we might not be able to defend ourselves or swing back or whatever. Okay, we don't even have to touch you. We're just going to leave you alone out of the spirit of these other countries. If we started having a backbone against simps like the spirit of other countries, if we started having the spirit of other countries, the modern woman wouldn't be acting out like that. Their license would get revoked because they don't, their license to act out like that is automatically revoked in other countries. So why isn't it revoked over here? It's because we need men trained in not allowing the nonsense, not simping, not being a slave to entities. And once we have that, once we start giving modern women zero tolerance, like that guy that was being hit on in the video, as soon as she said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "Wait, what's your attitude?" "No, I'm not. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dating you. You have too many modern woman qualities. I'm not dating you. As a matter of fact, I'm about to give you about 5 more seconds of my time, and then I'm gonna get on with my life.
Come on.
Come back in my presence when you got some sense. And if you don't have any sense, just stay over at your house, single, bitter, and lonely." If more men started doing that and revoking that license that the modern women get from simps and entities, we'd have a better nation.
Come on. Facts. All facts. Men, we got to have a backbone. Men, we got to get on code. And men, we got to reject the stupidity in these women. We can't be around it. We can't deal with it. We can't sit here and just allow these things to keep happening. We have to get control of our culture, of our women, period, just like other countries and nations have done. We got to get them in line. And you're right, we don't have to necessarily put our hands on them to do it. It would be much easier if we could snatch a wig off or two. Right? Like, you better calm your ass down. But we could be stoic with it too. We can just say, let me tell you something, our block game and our ignore game need to be on point. I don't even see you. Oh, you calling the phone? Block. Oh, you in my DM? Block. The block game need to be strong. Where the block gang at? Gang, gang, gang. Where my youngins at? Gang, gang. Put the block button on these hoes. Block them. Don't give them no space. They in your DMs. I don't care how fine it is. They toxic as hell. Block. They twerking. Block. They think they can yell or get out of control in public spaces. Block. Ignore. Eat your food. Don't even look at them. I know it's hard. I know we're asking for an extreme amount of discipline, but that's what we need, brothers. We got to come together with this. We got to have self-discipline. We got to have enough self-love that we do not allow these women to get us out of our character and get us simping or tricking for them for a little bit of for their cookies. We got to be sexually, we got to have more sexual discipline in these young men. I need y'all focused on y'all 16-hour workday. I say 16 hours because I include the gym. I need y'all figuring out what you're good at, getting your 10,000 hours and your 100,000 hours in. I need y'all focus on your purpose and learning on how to become leaders, effective leaders, leaders that know how to execute, leaders that get the job done, leaders that everybody want in their organization. I need y'all ready. And then I need y'all heart to be ruthless. I need y'all to have a heart of stone when it comes to these modern women, because we're not going to forgive them and we're not going to save them. We can't save these women. They need to hit the wall and hit it hard, and they need to be a, what's the word I'm looking for? A lesson for all men and all women in the future and the past. They need to be a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a parable. They need to be a sign of what not to do. And it needs to be strong. It needs to be a strong sign of, if you go down the path of these women, this is what you get. If we're going to end the Jezebel spirit, if we're going to end the Lilith's daughter mentality, the demon lords, the Luciferian ideology, and the do as thou wilt, free will, no accountability, bull crap, these women need to fall hard. And it's unfortunate that a lot of these women are our Black sisters. It's unfortunate, but we can't save them. If they have to be saved, let it be by the alphabet community. But us as men, us as Black men, all men, any man with some balls, use them. Hold your nuts. Stand firm. Stand on business. And reject these modern women. Let them hit the wall. Let them hit the wall hard. Let them be homeless. Let them work till the skin gets wrinkled and all that's left is bones. Let them be a sign for all women in the future and the present to say, I don't want to end up like her. And if we do, and it's coming. It's coming. Don't rescue them. Don't save them. I don't care how fine these women look. I don't even, man, come on, man. Their pH is off. Matter of fact, I want all these women to have an odor. I want them to stink so bad that no man touches them. No man. I don't care how fine you look. What's that smell? I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to be like that because their attitude is bad. Let's move on to the next video, man. I got this balloon pop dating video, man. How we're focused on emphasis on this is now how the men choose. Now the women, one woman comes out and she got like 8 or 9 brothers to choose from, and these brothers get to actually pop their balloon and see if they like this woman. So this is the reverse now. We did the one with the women.
Hey, real quick, before you play the video,
go ahead.
I want to make one point real quick. It'll be a quick point. We need to realize as men that the Jezebel spirit is serious and it's dangerous. We've been taking it lightly for too long. But if we look at history, the Jezebel spirit has conquered kings. The Jezebel spirit has started wars. Even looking at the Bible, the Jezebel spirit had, Elijah had Elisha running into the desert. How, when have you ever seen another prophet in the Bible, especially the Old Testament, as bold as they are, running into the desert and not wanting to preach anymore, scared? Jezebel had him running into the desert, scared, not wanting to preach anymore. And we have to realize that that's how strong and that's how powerful and potent the Jezebel spirit is. We take it too lightly and it'll get you. It took the Spirit of God to come back and say, Elisha, why are you here? You forgot. The Jezebel spirit made you forget that I was God. Get back out there. You know what I'm saying? So we need to bring that into this day and age. The Jezebel spirit has made us forget masculinity, made us forget the God in us.
Come on.
But we have to remember how powerful our masculinity is, how powerful the God in us is, and get out of the desert and go back in town and start leading our communities.
Come on. Facts. Man, this Jezebel spirit is dangerous and we cannot allow it to prosper anymore. It's chasing away your masculinity, it's emasculating men, it's effeminizing men, it's empowering women to be obnoxious, to be narcissistic, and their hearts are getting colder and colder and colder. These women are becoming the incarnate of Lucifer himself. We got to do something about it. We can't let it grow any bigger than what it is. We got to stomp it out now. We got to stand firm. This modern women, this feminism that's sweeping and taking not just Western culture, it's getting over into the Eastern culture. It's only a matter of time before even the government start doing stuff about it. You know, you might see all kind of systems start changing overseas, man. The way feminism is creeping in, I see it in Africa. I've seen it. I'm seeing it everywhere I travel now. It's becoming a thing. We're talking with some girls from Scandinavia, and you see the feminism in there. As feminine as those women are, they're feminists. There's nothing for a man. You know, we had a brother come up there talking about, man, you could sleep with the girls in Scandinavia in one night. They could sleep with you on the first day they meet you, and then you sleep with them, and then they're gone the next morning, and it's nothing to them. It's part of their culture.
What?
Yeah. There's no sexual discipline at all in a lot of these women. They're just like men. They fought for equality, and they're in partnership. They have their men as pets. Their men are like pets. A lot men have become like pets to a lot of these women all over the world. So are you going to be a man, or are you going to be a woman's pet? That's what you got to ask yourself. Are you a man, or are you a woman's pet? Are you her guard dog that she pets every now and then? Or are you a man? And is your woman a helpmeet? That's what you got to ask yourself. All right, let's get into this real quick, man. We gotta run through at least one of these balloon pops and get it going. We're gonna start it from the beginning. Let me go over here and blow this up, make this bigger. We're gonna start this from the beginning, and we're gonna try to get through at least two of them. The first two, we're not gonna go through the whole thing. We want to get through at least the first two. And you guys tell me, I want you guys who are watching we're not live today. We're just doing a small studio thing today, and I'm gonna post the video. But in the comments, I want you guys to let me know what you see. We're gonna give you our opinion of what we see, but I want to hear from you guys what you see in this balloon pop dating, and how these men are choosing women, and how these women are choosing men. Let's watch this. Let's get some game. Time to learn now. Let's go.
A few of you, so we can go ahead and get down to the nitty-gritty of why you don't like what you've seen. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and bring out our first single girl. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name is Shauna Gay.
Shauna?
Yes.
All right, Shauna, welcome. How old are you?
I'm 24.
24, and what do you do?
I'm a software engineer.
Software engineer, nice. Okay, and so Shauna, what do you look for in a guy?
I'm looking for someone with a well-rounded personality, caring, outgoing, funny, adventurous, and as well as like emotional intelligence is really important to me, and then also personal style.
Nice.
Okay, there goes that emotional intelligence again. Notice that the men have not popped their balloon. They even though she's wearing a one piece of bodysuit, she's tall, she's decent looking. These men are listening to Q words right here. But notice how she said emotional intelligence. She's looking for a man with emotional intelligence. Let me just say this right here for everybody to know and understand. When women say they're looking for emotional intelligence, they don't really mean they're looking for emotional intelligence.
Come on.
Ask them what the definition of emotional intelligence is, and they'll tell you the exact opposite of what it is. Emotional intelligence is an oxymoron, okay? When emotions are high, intelligence is low. So when you put that together, it's a whole bunch of nothing, okay? What it really means is logic and the ability to compartmentalize emotions. That's what emotional intelligence literally, really means, right? All men have that. All men do that. So whenever a woman says she's looking for emotional intelligence, well, guess what? All men have that. So you're looking for a man, pretty much. You're looking for a man who's logical, and we'll let it pick up from there. I just wanted to point that out. So now we see what she's looking for, and these men have not popped their balloon. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how it goes.
A good fit.
Okay, that's good. And so, like, what do you do for fun? What do you enjoy doing?
What do I do for fun? I'm really big on dancing. That's kind of my hobby, extracurricular. I'd like to dance, as well as like community service. I'm in a sorority, so we do stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Well, girl, look at this. None of the guys have popped their balloon.
I know.
Okay,
I'm excited.
they are liking what they are seeing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch it on over to you.
Okay,
Terrence, if I can. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to have you hold that. So I'm going to first have you go ahead and eliminate one guy, just strictly based off of what you're seeing so far. And I'm going to just follow you wherever you go.
Okay.
I can already
I'm
tell you where
sorry.
she's going.
It's just height, but you're very handsome, and I like your outfit.
Okay. All right. And
now, just so y'all know, that brother should not be in the lineup with these other brothers. They need to have a short man lineup.
That's messed up.
During the whole show, go back and watch. This is episode 4. They got episode 5 out already. I'm in the middle of watching that. We're gonna come back and do another show on episode 5. We're gonna break down all these shows because I'm just so interested in balloon pop dating. I am fascinated by it. I absolutely love it. I think the idea and the host is doing a phenomenal job. So you guys make sure you guys go watch this balloon pop episode 4. Okay. But I just want you to know that brother's height, because of how short he is, he does not get picked. Women do not. He could be a great man. He could be a great guy, but no woman is gonna ever find out for the simple fact that the way they judge men. Let's be real. If I'm being honest, they don't know how to pick a good man if they've seen one. They can't. They just fit. Just listen to what they talk. Listen to what these women are looking for. Listen to how they answer questions and how they carry themselves. The entitlement, and you see it time and time again. These women do not know how to choose, but men do. We look with our eyes. We do. We like what we see on the outside, but we really are more concerned about what's on the inside. And let's let it finish, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the short guy.
If you want to go ahead and let her know your name and how old you are.
My name is Terrence. I'm 34, and I'm from Alabama. And you look gorgeous. Jeez, I like everything about you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and Terrence, you say you like everything about her. Is there anything that's standing out? Like, what made you not want to pop your balloon?
Yeah, I like the pants and the shirt. She can dress. I like the toes, and she got a cute smile.
White toes.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely say you're definitely gorgeous.
Okay. And you said for you, it was the height?
Yeah, it's just the height.
Look at that. The moment she said white, you know why she said white toes, right? That's
white toes?
White toes. That's a Diddy thing. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but if you're in the audience and you're watching this video right now, if you don't, you either know what white toes is or you don't know what white toes is. Okay, that's a thing.
I guess I don't know. Man, Too much 304 stuff to keep up with.
Yeah, that's a thing. And I'm not dissing white toes. I'm not saying they don't look good on women, but there's a certain thing with the white toes. And she got her balloon popped. Her personality is starting to come out now, and brothers starting to see who she is. It's not just about looks with men. We look deeper. Looks is the start. Looks is going to get you on the date. But it's not going to get you all the way to marriage. It's not going to happen. Now, unless you're a high value man in the entertainment industry or something like that, and you're solely looking at looks, and you don't care if she can cook, you don't care if she can clean, you make a lot of money where you don't care if she even is a good mother because you're going to have a nanny raise your kids anyway. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. But
Hey, why is all the men fit and she isn't?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. As black men, we like what we like, right? So even though we know she's not fit in shape, we still think she's okay. Our standards is not like other men's standards where we have to have them a certain size, certain shape. Some of us are like that, but we're not into. A lot of black men are not into skinny. We need some meat on her bones. So even though she may not be in her top performing shape, man, we look at her like, man, that's a beautiful sister right there. But again, we may be leaning on some things, but we're not leaning on all things. So she's a good looking sister. She's not outrageously. She's not a 10 to me. She's not. She might be. She's a 6. If I was to rate her, she would be a 6. And I would love to see her without all that makeup on and without her hair done. And that would really tell me what her true number is. Because with makeup on, if you're a 6 with makeup on, you're not really a 6. I'll just say it like that. If you need makeup to be a 6, you're not a 6. You're below that. So let me finish playing it. I'm gonna try not to stop it too much because I want to get through it, but I also want to stop and get some commentary. So we might go maybe 20 more minutes because I got one more to show after this. But we're gonna see. I know we're at the 1 hour mark already, but I really want to get through this.
You're very handsome, though.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let's go ahead and go right on over here. If we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Ishmael, and I'm 29.
Okay, and Ishmael, what do you do?
I'm a model. I'm an artist. I'm working on being an actress, author as well. But my 9 to 5, I'm a forklift operator, DHL.
Okay, he messed up and said actress, but we're gonna let that slide, brother. We're gonna let that slide. You're an actor, not an actress. All right, but let's keep going.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Shauna?
I'm not gonna lie, you are very beautiful. Like everything that you said, that's like matches my personality. But I honestly think it's a height thing too. Like you kind of like you're beautiful, but it's just like I don't know. We kind of like damn near the same height with heels on. And it's like but you're beautiful though. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
So that's it. That's it.
Okay, and now Shauna, is he your type?
I like your style. I like your hair. Yes, but it
you.
is the height as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And how tall are you, if I may ask?
I'm 6 feet.
Yeah, see, I'm about like 5'10".
Okay.
It's a good height though. But
it's great, but yeah, you
you
look good though.
Yeah.
Especially I know they like rocking heels too, so you know.
Yes, heels girl for sure.
So again, women in this height thing, men in their height thing. Listen, she would still date this brother, even at 5'10". Women choose. They don't want to. Let me tell you what they want. They want a man about 5'9" and up, and and it depends. Like the way his style is, the way he carries himself, his deep voice. She's into him. Okay. Don't think she's gonna diss him over height. She'll diss the other guy because he's obviously a little bit. He's like, if that dude's 5'10", he got to be like 5'7", 5'8", 5'6" even.
Yeah, but I don't even think he popped his balloon because of the height. I think it's like you said. As soon as she said the white toes, he popped his balloon.
Toes. Yeah,
like
it was the white toes.
But he used height as he was like, damn, I can't say that on TV. I gotta come up with an excuse.
She's kind of ratchet. She's kind of ratchet. And I watched this thing, and this is the only brother That's the only brother that walks away with the match on here. And the woman he matched with, uh, there were some red flags, but she was. If I was to say which one was the best out of all the women, I would have said the woman that he got is the best one out of all those women. And she wasn't all that fine. And if I'm being honest, she was more like down to earth and homely, less makeup than everybody else. Um, she had some red flags though. I still would have been like, nah, I'm cool. But she matched with this brother that popped his balloon right here, and he was the only one that walked away with a woman. Only one.
Can I make a point to that?
Go ahead.
One thing I'm noticing about, I've seen a couple balloon pop videos now, but I've noticed that the majority of the women that have came on there, I don't think you and I would have picked either. I think that speaks for what men are finding out there, because I haven't seen a woman of traditional quality yet come on that show. And I think that mimics real life. Like men are there wasting their time to look at 10 women, and out of the 10 women they look at, only 0.5 or 0.75 of the women are you could actually leave with.
It's all, understand the choices in America are always going to be the lesser of two evils. You're never going to get a fully traditional woman. You're going to get a modern woman with some traditional ways, and then you're going to get a modern woman. And then you have to choose between a modern woman with a little bit traditional ways. She might cook a little bit more, she might clean a little bit more, but she's still going to have that attitude. She's still going to try to push back. She's still going to be argumentative. Or you're going to have that full scale modern women who's just, hey man, if you don't got no money, I can't deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? So you always get, and it's always on the extreme end. So that's the choices that you have here. You're right. A lot of men are wasting their time. I'm gonna just say it. Do not date any Americanized woman. Do not date any modern woman, period. Because it's gonna end in divorce. It's not gonna. The only way it's not gonna end in divorce is you're gonna have to walk on eggshells throughout that whole marriage. You're gonna have to cater to her. You're gonna have to become part of her legacy. Matter of fact, you might need to change your last name to her last name. Okay? Because she wants to control and run that thing, and that's just how it's going to be. So let's continue. Let's see how this plays out. We might only just talk about this one. There's one more I wanted to go into, but we might not get into it. We'll see.
Okay. And so for you, you said it was just the height. Anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the height.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And now, so we do have some 5 guys left.
Okay.
So based off of these 5 guys left, did you have a question you wanted to ask them to kind of help us narrow it down?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Do any of you have kids?
All right. So
you have 1 kid? 2? Okay.
Okay, 1 second. So we'll go down and I'll go ahead and get to each of them. So let's go down to him because he said he has some kids. All right, sir. So if we could have your name and how old you are.
Daryl, 33.
And Daryl, what do you do?
Manager at a warehouse.
Okay. And you said you have how many kids?
2.
2 kids. Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
And so, Shauna, is that a deal breaker for you or?
Yes. It doesn't have to be, but yes, it is kind of a deal breaker.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so, why did you end up leaving your balloon unpopped for Shauna?
Oh, she looked good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I know you said that's a deal breaker for you. So are you
Yes.
popping his balloon?
Yes.
Oh.
Now let me tell you why she popped his balloon. Why did she pop his balloon?
You already know the modern woman doesn't want a man with kids, but they're hypocrites too. So you already know what's going on with that.
That's one. But the brother said he was a warehouse worker.
Oh, probably, yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know.
He works as a manager in a warehouse, and I watched this video, and that brother does not get he doesn't get chosen because of his profession.
Wow, what some don't realize is, depending on what warehouse you work at, some warehouse managers do make 90, 100K.
Right. Right. But just the look. See, he's blue collar. He's blue
Yeah,
collar.
yeah, yeah.
Women don't want to be with blue collar guys. They don't think blue collar men are educated or on their level, even though they make less money,
Mm.
even, even though they can't even go on half the trips that these guys can afford to go on and things that he can do. They look down on his profession.
Right, right,
It wasn't just the two kids for her. It was really deep down, it was his profession because he's blue collar. And I noticed on a lot of these dating shows, these women diss the blue collar guy. They don't want a blue collar guy. They want a white collar. They want somebody who is like a lawyer, doctor. They want somebody who's an entrepreneur, like owns like businesses or multiple. You see them, they don't want a person with a 9 to 5. And that's the constant theme that we see throughout this thing, man. The
right.
way women choose versus men choose. Look at what's going on. This brother gets his bloom pop. Not the two kids are an excuse because she says not really. Remember, she says not really, but yeah. It's
So then
not
that
really because
yeah,
of the
that
kids.
backs up your point.
It's not really because of the kids, but yeah. She didn't want to say what the but yeah part was. It was
Mm,
he's a men's manager at a warehouse. That's why he's blue
mm.
collar. Pay attention, my brothers. This is how these women don't know how to pick. They just don't know. They don't know how to vet men properly at all. They look at stereotypes to make choices and decisions that could ultimately change their life forever.
Do you know how many blue collar men put women through school and then they turn
Come on,
around and then say he's nothing and
come
leave
on,
him?
come on. Blue collar men put the make help their women get educated. They do all the time. And when that woman becomes educated, you know what she thinks? I'm not on your level anymore. You didn't grow
Mm,
with me. You don't have any ambitions because all you want to do is change pipes all day. All you want to do is work with your hands. But girl, do you know him working with your hands got you where you supposed to be?
come on.
Put you in a position that you could never be in. That's like children, right? Who who shame their parents or diss their parents when the father worked his butt off and put them through school. But because he was a baker, because he was a landscaper, because he was a construction worker, because he wasn't what all, he didn't have the profession that all women desire. They look down on that brother. That the brother could work in a bakery and work 12, 16-hour days, but he took care of his family and he put you through college, and you still don't get no respect to that man. Or better yet, maybe you do give respect to that man, right? But you turn around and diss another man who's doing exactly what your father's doing. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. So let's finish. Let's go back into it. This is going to get. These are just. I, I swear, Balloon Pop Dating is the bomb.com. It just reveals so many things. It's amazing.
Okay, so we do have 4 guys left.
I know he said he had what?
Oh,
Might as well be. Absolutely.
okay. And what's your name and how old are you?
My name is Keith. I'm about to be 30 next week.
30. Okay, and what do you do?
Celebrate my birthday.
What do you?
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius too.
I'm an Aquarius. You know what I mean? I lay pipe, break down walls. I do all that. You know what I mean? But nah, listen, like, you know what I mean? I have a son and that's my pride and joy. You know what I mean? If that's a deal breaker, it is what it is.
That should be. I love your glasses though and the jacket.
I appreciate
Very
that.
fly.
Okay. And why did you keep your balloon unpopped for Shauna?
I mean, you're very attractive, but
Thank you.
you know what I mean? I think logical aspect. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If it is what it is, it is what it is.
Period.
And so, as far as him having kids, I know that was one of your deal breakers, but is he your type?
Yes.
Okay.
I really like your style. Like the glasses, the shades. If I seen you, I would have been like, okay.
All right.
I don't know, man. I just think she has kids. I think she has kids, and she's dissing other people. She may not have kids, but I think she has kids. Do we remember what her age was? Did they say what her age was? I
Nah,
forgot.
she's well, yeah, she's in her 20s. I think she said she was like 26, 27.
Okay.
But some of them be having like 3 kids already. But I don't think she is. She might not have kids because she was probably that pillow princess nerd or whatever. You know, she the way she
Maybe.
carries herself is like a picky pillow princess. So that's
I don't
just
know,
what
man.
I'm getting from
I
it.
think she got one kid. I think she got one kid. I think she do. But I could be wrong. I don't know this woman. But yeah, if she has the right to not choose a man with kids, we got the right to choose women with no kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. So don't let them shame you, my brothers. Don't let them shame you for not choosing them if they got children. Because this woman right here just set you free. She said she doesn't want a man with kids. That's her prerogative. She's welcome to that.
Perfect.
I
So
appreciate that.
Thank you.
awesome. So we do have our 3 guys left here.
Okay.
Anybody else hiding kids? Because I don't think I saw you raise your hand. No one else? Oh, okay. All right. So, Shauna, did you have another question for the guys that you wanted to help?
Yes. Do you guys have a passport?
Oh, look. Oh,
You don't have a passport?
all right. If we could have your name and how old you are.
My name is Christavian. I'm 24 years old.
And what do you do?
I'm a filmmaker, personal barber. I'm also certified behavioral health tech.
So Shauna did end up popping your balloon here because you don't have a passport. What's going on? Why you don't got a passport?
I'm getting one this year. I've been scared to fly all my life, but it's got to the point where I need to fly. So I ain't got no choice but to get one now.
Okay. So you've never flown ever?
I've never flown. I'm terrified of heights.
Okay.
Yeah, I drive everywhere.
I commend you for taking the steps to go over your fear, though.
Definitely.
And now, Shauna, as far as just him not having a passport, is he your type?
You're handsome. I like your outfit. I like the shoes.
Thank you.
These are nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so if he were to approach you, he is someone that you would go for?
Yes. We'll see if he was out. I have to see it live. But
Okay. All right. And so why did you keep your balloon unpopped for Shauna?
I'm a sucker for tall women. She's beautiful black women, and then being tall is a plus.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So Shauna, we do have 2 guys left.
okay.
So out of these 2 guys, did you have a question that you wanted to ask the both of them or one specifically?
Okay. My 2 questions was really I came with that. What is a typical night out look for you guys?
Okay, we'll
like
start
a Saturday night out.
If we can have your name and how old you are.
I'm Isaac. I'm 27.
And Isaac, what do you do?
I'm a marketing event planner and a commercial print model.
Then you could go ahead and get her question.
I really be in the house. I don't really be outside like that. I'm a homebody.
I'm an outside girly.
Okay, so if you were to go outside, what would you end up doing?
I'd probably go to Old Town or something, Fashion Square, one of the clubs out there or something. But I mainly just be in the house. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's ask our next guy here. So your name and how old you are?
I'm Ja. I'm 31 years old.
And Ja, what do you do?
So right now I'm in private security, and then I also own a company for digital entertainment like music, screenwriting. I also model as well.
And then if you want to just go ahead and answer a question.
So honestly, I'm a homebody too. I be in the house, and I like doing stuff like around the house together. But if I'm out, I like finding a new place to go get something to eat, or maybe going to get drinks that has got a nice aesthetic or something like that. Or honestly, if we just riding around and vibing and seeing new sights, Arizona's perfect for that. So.
Okay.
And so what do you like to do? Like when you go out, what's your night looking like?
I like to usually start at dinner. I'm really big on dancing, like I said, so I love to go hear music, catch a little vibe. I'm not in my in the house era at all, so that is just It's a little hard.
Yeah. I mean, so is that something that's like a deal breaker for you, that they're homebodies? Like you want somebody who's outside with you?
I think so. I'm 24,
Mm-hmm.
so I do still like outside.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest way to put it. I like outside. My home is cool, but I like to be out and about. I like to see the sights, see what's going on.
Okay.
You put this on, you want people to see it.
That's that part. Okay. All right. So, Isaac, why did we end up popping?
She likes to be outside. I'm not outside like that. But she's a very beautiful woman.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's a stallion.
Yeah.
She has a beautiful personality too.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. And so, is Isaac your type? Like, is he? If he were to approach you, like, would you go for that?
I think he's handsome. Yes. I like your outfit, little Dior's. Cute.
Thank you.
I like it.
Okay. All right. So we do have.
So I'm gonna stop it right here. There's a lot of things that transpired. She's outside, and the two brothers that are probably the brothers that a lot of women would want to choose, they're not outside. They're homebodies. They're not trying to take her out on this. These women are expecting men to take them out on 5-star restaurant dates. And these men are like, man, I'm not, that's not me. They want to do something local, chill. Here's the message. A lot of men, we're not into the 5-star restaurants like that. That's okay, but not all the time. Not even to start with. A lot of men, if we're being honest, especially in the beginning when we're just meeting you and we're just dating you, we want small things. We want small events. We want movies. We want coffee. We want walks in the park. We'll take a picnic. We'll take a beach event. You see what I'm saying? We're not really trying to go all out like a lot of these women are expecting and wanting. A lot of these men, especially these men who are in their 20s, they don't have the resources to do all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? They're not, if these were 35, 40, 45-year-old men, you might get a different answer. And I'm not saying 35, 40, 45-year-old men want to be outside, but these men are in there. I gotta build competency. I gotta build skills. I gotta advance my career. I gotta attack my purpose. They're in that stage. So all these elaborate dates just doesn't necessarily fit in. Now if it's an anniversary or something, if you're that person's woman, right? Then yeah, you're gonna get a 5-star restaurant thrown in there occasionally, right? But that's not where these men are at. These men are not wealthy. They're not millionaires. Okay, they're not. Some of them might be 100,000-aires, but they're not necessarily in that bracket. And these 24-year-old women are expecting these young men to take them out to 5-star restaurants, 5 trips. She's talking about passports, and she's only 24.
Well, yeah, and I peeped that was a red flag to me because, like, if you really look at what a lot of those men do, that's probably what they're going to be doing. Most of those men are established on that panel because they are like 33, 34, 35. They're getting up there, but
they're getting there, right?
But I mean, they're pretty solid. They're pretty solid. Even some of the ones that have kids. Some of them said that they had like 2 and 3 jobs. If you really listen to it, he was like, someone was like, I model, I run a company, and blah blah blah. So if you're already outside, you're modeling, you're running a company, blah blah blah. That's why they're homebodies. But her being, excuse me, the modern woman's delusion of grandeur is, if I get with an older man and he has his passport, he's gonna be taking me on cruises. He's gonna be taking me on vacations because he's gonna be taking me on things that I can't afford, and I'm gonna be able to post it on social media. That's what they're trying to do. They have that delusion of grandeur, and it's not just the young women either. You have older modern women that's saying, that effed off their life, that's saying it's my time now. We heard that, right? They want to go they're looking for a man that's going to take them on vacations. And I'm saying take them on vacations. If you notice, the older modern women, they're not taking any of their kids on vacations. They're not trying to have any family vacations. They're trying to go out there by either by themselves or have a man take them out on a vacation. So it kind of sucks because some men are like, hey, I might be an inside man, but I'll take my family on a vacation. But the modern woman doesn't even want that. And so
Fact.
you could tell all these men are just looking at her like she's ridiculous because these men are like, whoa, she has a big delusion of grandeur. If you look at their faces, that they're already done. Look at when you see a man tilt his head to the side and hold his hands together and have
Come
that
on.
demeanor on his face, he's done. You know,
Very, very, very well said. Very observant to look at the body language like that. Facts. All facts. 100%. 100%.
this
Let
is
me
a
finish
mess.
this.
They're wasting their time.
Yeah, this was a big waste of time for all women. Like I said, only one man walked away, and that was the gentleman standing next to the guy in the black suit, who's the second shortest guy up there. He's the only one that walked away with the match.
The one with the beard?
No, the one next to the guy with the beard. The short
The one with the glasses. Okay.
Yeah, there's two short guys in there, right? He's about 5'10". He said he's 5'10".
Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah,
5'10"
yeah.
guy is the only one out of that thing to walk away with a match. And the woman, the woman that he matched with was probably, she wasn't the best looking, but she was the best woman out of all of them that you could possibly choose and maybe get a few years in before she calls it quits. You know, if that makes sense.
That's a sad state.
Sad state. Let's finish this out, and we're not going to go through the whole thing of the other one, but I just want to play a few parts of the second girl, and then we're going to end it because we're just running out of time.
All right.
We're just running out of time.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here too.
Jaw left. So Jaw, if we could have you come back out here, let's go ahead and see if this is someone that you do want to say yes to. So I do have a question that I'm going to go ahead and ask, for the both of you, see if it's a yes. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
So right now, I enjoy private security. I plan on investing in it as far as a company in the future. But mainly what I see in 5 years is me facilitating my writing in the industry and then seeing where my music career goes as well. And then modeling is cool, but it's something I'm successful in. It's not something I'm really planning on longevity wise.
Okay. And now what about for yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself continuing my software engineering career. I'm definitely a 9-to-5 girly. I enjoy that, and also building my real estate business. I bought a house, and I continue on planning that. So growing that. Sorry.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
How big is the dancing thing? Do I need to dance too? How big is that? Because I got nothing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, I do professional dancing. I go to my little heels class on the side, but in the club, I'm not hitting you with a whole routine. I'm not doing that in the middle of the floor.
So my
I do like to
two-step
get up.
is cool.
Yes, a two-step will be cool. But you got to get on the floor, though. People be scared to get on the floor.
Every time I got to get on. Every night I got to go.
I hear the song, I'm up. She gets it, I'm up.
Okay.
All right. So, is it going to be a yes for you for Jaw?
What was your age again?
31.
31. I think I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
It's being that you're a homebody too. That's just not.
No,
really
of course.
my vibe.
It's got to be the perfect match.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
He was happy.
Joe, we'll have you go back over there.
I told you.
All right, Shana. So that is all the balloons popped. So we weren't able to find you love today, but maybe next time we'll be able to. Thank you so much for coming out.
Maybe never.
Yeah.
Maybe never. Like,
you could tell.
The modern woman, that's a good picture of how the modern woman cycles her life until she's 50.
And just passes up. Look, when they ask her, when she says there's no good men out there, remember this. balloon pop dating. And they say there's no good men out there. Remember how you disqualified yourself from even the good men because you want to be outside right now in your 20s. Instead of trying to secure a man and get married and get on to the next stage of your life, you want to postpone it and you want to have fun. And in the midst of wanting to have fun, you miss out on all these suitors, run up your body count, and the next thing you know, you have no oil left to give a man. Nothing to offer. You're not even the table anymore. You may have been the table when you were in your 20s, but you're not even the table no and you want to act like you still are the table.
I know what you're gonna say. The pen, you're gonna need the tape.
Come on. Come on. I mean, if we're being honest, if we're being completely honest, when men say, "What do you bring to the table?" The men saying, "What do you bring to the table?" because the man already knows he is the table.
Yeah.
Women say they're the table, but they're not really the table. The woman needs to bring something to the table. That's why men say, "What do you bring to the table?" Because we know we're the table already. I'm providing, I'm protecting, right? I'm giving you leadership. We're the table. We're the pillars that you stand on, that you use to get through life. We are the stability that you need. You come with the chaos, we bring the stability. So we are the table. Chaos can never be the table. Looks can never be the table. Substance is the table. Man has the substance. What are you bringing that adds value to that man with substance? Bottom line. Let's go on to the man. I want. We're just gonna hear the beginning parts of this first lady, because I want y'all to see this and watch this in real time. I might just play this all the way through.
Quick question, brother, before you play it all the way through.
Go ahead.
You know what I wish we could do? How do you think it would go if they put a cultured African woman up there?
They have some. I noticed that a lot of those brothers up there, not all of them, but a couple of them brothers up there is African. That's one. That's definitely the brother in the suit. He's African, even though he's raised here. Now you're talking about ones that are born and from the motherland, or you're talking about just African culture, African race, even though they're here in the States.
Yeah, I'll say the ones that's cultured, because some of the ones that's over there in the motherland are less cultured than some of the ones that are over here. So I'll just say, if they started putting the cultured ones, the cultured African women on there, the beautiful cultured ones, I wonder how that would go.
I think I think some of these women, not all, but some of these women are African women from the continent. They're just Americanized. They're just Americanized.
Wow.
You know, it is what it is. But that would be interesting. I would love to see a more African, Afrocentric, cultured type of balloon pop dating, just to see how. Yeah, that would be very interesting. They might have that. I have to look for that. They might have that. I have to look for that. But yeah, I would love to see that too. Really would. Let me.
Okay. Oh, you're good, guys. Let's give it up for her. Give it up, y'all.
They don't even want to.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next lady.
Right. Yeah, this is the one I want y'all to watch right here.
Welcome in.
We probably should have started.
What's your
with
name?
This one.
I'm Yamal.
Yamal, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. And what do you do?
I'm a dancer and I own a topless cleaning company called Tidy Titties. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And Yamal, what do you look for in a man?
I don't have any real preferences, like two specific preferences besides like you're beautiful inside and out. So
Okay.
yeah, if
All
you're
right.
like a good person.
So you don't, it doesn't matter like height,
No,
beard, none of that.
No, I just
Okay.
as long as like you're You're
They
great.
popped their
You
balloons
like
first.
personality
As soon as
pop.
she said what her profession
Yeah, I
was.
like a vibe.
Okay.
You know, I like to connect with people. I like to talk. So, yeah.
All right. So we did get a few balloons pop. Let's go ahead and go over to some of those
Okay,
guys,
cool.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's start right over here. If we can
Okay.
have your name and how old you are and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Christavian. I'm 24. The reason I popped my balloon is I don't know if you just have people working under you or you do the topless cleaning, but when you said it, I imagine you doing it and
Yeah.
you do it.
No, I have people working
Oh,
with me
okay,
as well,
okay,
but yeah, I do it too.
Hell
It's a
nah.
company. Yeah.
So you okay? Yeah, that's why I popped. It's just
Hell nah.
Okay.
seems like stripper junior. Like that's no. I like the idea. I think you make a lot of money. There's a lot of men that would pay for that. I probably would pay for that myself as a single man, but
That's
as a
great.
spouse, I wouldn't want my spouse
Totally
or partner
understandable.
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, is he your type?
No, he's not my type.
Okay. And what makes him not your type?
Probably like just like the skin,
Mm.
you know. Yeah. Sorry.
No,
So,
perfect.
so you like clear skin? Or-
Yeah, like
Okay.
you know, his clothes aren't really well fitting. I just, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And now I know you said you popped because of her business. Now, is she your type? Like if you saw her out, would you approach her?
Not necessarily.
Okay, and why not?
She has beautiful skin. Actually, skin is way better than mine.
Thank you.
I would say. I don't even know if it's an overbite, but it would be the
You said her
I'm not
overbite?
sure if it's an overbite, but
Dang, they throwing
I'm
shots.
consistent as well. So yeah, it would be that.
She does got a little bit of an
You're very
overbite with the
beautiful, though.
teeth.
You are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and go on to
No,
our
she
next
didn't-
guy over
look,
here.
look, now she's
All right.
gonna
And
be
if we can have
self-conscious
your
now.
name and how old you are and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Isaac. I'm 27. I popped my balloon because she said, "What's the name of your business? Tiny Titties."
Tidy titties.
Tidy Titties. Oh,
Look, they are
'cause,
getting it
yeah,
in today, brother.
topless. I can't do that. What kind of dance are you?
I'm an exotic dancer.
She's a stripper.
Okay.
Hell
That's a
no.
no-go.
You have
Thank you.
amazing skin. I like your hair texture
you.
and everything. So, yeah, and you're well dressed too.
She's a
Thank
sex
you,
worker.
thank you.
Yeah.
She's a sex worker. That's
And
what
now,
it is.
is Isaac your type?
I would say yeah.
And what makes him your type?
I like his style. He seems pretty clean. Yeah, I like the bald and then the beard. It's good. It looks good. You look good.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And now you said her
It's a
business
waste
is a
of
deal
time.
breaker. Why is that a deal breaker
Waste.
for you?
I don't know about topless women cleaning. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no, I understand. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're in a relationship with somebody, that's something very hard to, you know.
What was the inspiration behind the business?
Really, there's not really an inspiration. I just like to win. I love to dance. That's what I like to do, but I can't do that forever. So for me, I want to use that to hire other people so I have like a stable income for to say. So like that's the best way I think I could do it. I never had a business before. It's my first one, and I really like it. It's cool. I like to clean. I love to clean. I'm a really clean person. So
I want to stop it right here. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna let it continue through, but I want listen to what her retirement plan is. What's wrong with focusing on a man and getting the highest value man you can get in your 20s, right? And letting that man take care of you so you don't have to, so you would never have to dance. How about that? Because you can't do that forever. Now, you already started on the wrong path, but there's still a man out there that will say, you know what, even though you're an exotic dancer, I will, there is a man out there that will say, I will accept you even after that and legitimize you. Even though all the red flags, that's the wrong thing to do, there's a man out there that will. And instead of her focusing on that man that will, she's thinking, I need to start me a tidy titty cleaning company where we clean houses with our shirts off. And that's my retirement. Now, that may make some money. but then it may not. It just kind of depends, right? I guess you got to find that market. I mean, there's going to be people who order that, but what type of people that order tidy titty cleaning? What type of men or people are that they're going in?
Believe it
It's
or
just.
not,
Go ahead, go ahead.
believe it or not, because of the success of things like OnlyFans, there's a big market out there for that. And
Okay.
that's why we was talking about early how we need to cancel out simp culture and cancel out giving the license for these things as men,
Mm,
because she's only, because I hate this, even though I disagree with what she's doing, why not? If if she has a big market for it, I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with it or that she should do it, but there's nothing stopping them from doing it. I bet you she's gotten big tips. I bet you that's why she even probably got the idea.
you're probably right. Yeah.
There's a reason why people don't have a shame for it. There's a reason why people don't have a reluctance for it. It's not like she said, "Oh, well, this might make money." No, she's confident that it does make money, because how many simp men, have tried or wish that they could take a stripper home with them? Now you got strippers cleaning for them. To us, it seems like there's no market for it because we'd be like, nah, get up out of here. But we're forgetting there's a reason why OnlyFans got popular. There's a reason why women that shouldn't have made $2 and $3 million on OnlyFans is making $2 or $3 million on OnlyFans. So once again, all of these things are backed and fueled by simps. They would not be able to do these things, or they would not have the mentality to do these things if they didn't have the license from simps.
Come on. Facts. Facts. And really it just boils down to there's a lot of men who's not getting sexual access to women, and this is their only chance they can get it within close proximity of these type of women, and they will do that. Men will outsource. Men are good at outsourcing. We will outsource what we need. If we can't get it imported, we will export it. We will bring in what we want, and that's just a fact. Let me finish this up. We're just gonna run through it, and then we're gonna wrap everything up. I just wanted to finish out real quick.
I wish
Yeah.
you,
All
I wish
right.
your business much success.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Isaac. All right. Let's go on over to our next guy here. Your name, how old you are, and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Ja. I'm 31 years old, and I'm really big into magnetism, and I really want somebody that I can like see a vibe with immediately. I like your personality. I think what you're doing is cool, and I wish your business success as well. I think it's dope, and I love the fact that you love to clean. But I feel like I want to find something that's just like a je ne sais quoi. Like you just don't really know what
John
it
just
is,
needs
but
to
you
be a
just attracted to
passport,
it.
bro, brother.
So
No, totally. I get
okay,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
He just needs
Yeah,
to be a
for real.
passport, bro.
I do love your skin
Exactly.
tone as well,
Thank you.
of
Thank you.
course.
All right. And now, is Jaw someone who, if he were to approach you, would you go for that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you said absolutely. So what?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just handsome.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank
You
you. You're
know, I
beautiful.
don't know you, but yeah, you look
We'll
good.
get to know each other, I'm sure.
Well, you popped your balloon, so I'm not sure
True.
about that.
True. Sure. I'm sure I'll see you.
Yeah.
All right. So we do still have 4 balloons unpopped.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll say it later.
No, go ahead and say it now. Let me pause it. Go ahead and say what you gotta say, bro.
You know what that means, right? That means, see, this is what women don't understand. And we said it a million times on the show. Men have a temporary side and they have a legacy side.
For
He's
sure.
looking for a legacy woman, but because he found a woman that tickles his temporary side, he's like, oh yeah, we
Oh
we
yeah.
could do
Oh
something
yeah.
temporary.
We'll get to know each other for sure. Yeah, you know what that like, hey, after the show.
Am I
We'll have
lying?
Yeah, you're not lying because that's what's gonna happen. Let's be real. All the women that didn't get chosen on the back end, they're like, but I'll still sleep with you. You know, you might
Thank
not be
you.
wifey type, but I'll still.
Thank you.
So let's see what she says right here to the you know, it's always the small guys, right? Let's see what she go. Let's see what she says.
Follow me back here.
Okay.
So out of these 4 guys left, we're gonna go just based off of what you've seen so far, whether it's height, outfit, whatever it may be. I'm gonna go ahead and have you pop one of their balloons.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this one.
Okay. All right. And why did you end up popping his balloon?
He's just not my type
In what way?
in all the ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that entail? Like,
I don't know him. I met him one time.
Okay.
One time, and yeah, that was it. I don't know you. I'm sorry.
oh, okay. And sir, what's your name and how old are you?
My name is Keith. Yeah, man, I'm about to be 30 years old.
Okay. And now she says she doesn't know you, but you're claiming to know her. And I'm just gonna ask, why did you leave your balloon unpopped for her?
I mean, I didn't hear no bullshit, so I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I mean, you said some real shit. You know what I mean, you didn't say anything that was negative, so I'm not gonna pop a balloon for no reason. So I'm
Right.
just gonna leave that open for everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, but you cool.
Thank you. You're cool too. Yeah, you're cool.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So
She knows him from the club. He met her at the club. He know where she strip at. That's what's going on. She's like, I don't know him. He's like, yeah, you know me. I saw
Yeah.
you at the club. She's like, I met him one time. Yeah, he was popping bottles probably. Yeah.
we do have our 3 guys left here. Did you want to go ahead and eliminate another one based off of what you're seeing, or did you have a question?
Yeah, sure. I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Okay, let's start right here. If we can have your name, how old you are, and what's your biggest pet peeve?
Probably a liar. A liar. And
Yeah.
I would say that, and what else I would say? That's always negative. I hate a
Oh
negative.
yeah, I agree with that.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, negative vibes and a liar. So
Yeah.
That's good. Let's go to our next guy.
All right, I was to say my pet peeve is just like a woman that's just not in her femininity. Like I'm real masculine. I'm a male. I'm Aries, so it's like I'm not like an asshole or nothing like or hella assertive, but I
Yeah.
just like a feminine aspect type shit, like to cook, like take not necessarily take care of me, but just that loving,
Mhm.
that loving energy.
Okay. Can I see your eyes?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a little elevated.
Wait,
I'm
what's your
here.
name?
My name is Ishmael.
Ishmael? Okay.
Yeah,
Nice
call
to
me
meet you,
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Over to our last
Okay.
guy over here.
Yeah, he's hot.
Okay, and she can have your name and what's your biggest pet peeve?
Daryl and somebody that's not on time. So if like you taking all day, like we got plans at 7.
Oh yeah, I'm big on that. Yeah.
And you ain't ready by like 6 o'clock, and you ready at 7. Yeah, I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that either. I love being on time.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, that's good. You guys all had some really great answers.
Yeah, let's go ahead and eliminate one of them based off of what you've heard.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna eliminate you.
And why'd you end up popping his?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think ultimately, I don't know. I don't, you're cool. I just don't think I don't know. I don't think we go together.
Okay. And what makes you think you guys don't go together?
I can't put a finger on it right now.
And there you have
Is that
it.
okay?
And
Yeah, I just can't.
You just weren't feeling the vibe there, or
Yeah, I don't think there's much.
Okay.
I knew it was gonna happen. And then,
Right. And so, Daryl, why did you end up leaving your balloon unpopped for her?
I ain't gonna lie. When I heard the titties, it kept me interested.
Oh.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Seeing titties cleaning, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, see, some people like it. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't see at the crib cleaning with your shirt off. I can't say no to that. So I'm saying I'm keeping it 100. If you at the crib, your shirt off cleaning, I'll make sure the house dirty. You know what I'm saying?
So her choice of business is what kept you intrigued.
I just heard titties. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. But as far as appearance wise,
Yeah, she got some nice skin. She look good. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's just the titties.
Thank you. No, she's covering. Let's go this way.
So
So Ishmael did end up popping his balloon. What's going on?
Just to be real, like you beautiful vibe is lit, but it just seems like you don't really know what you want type shit. Like you said something about his outfit, and then you said like he wasn't really your style. Them is two different styles. It's like, I don't know. Like I don't really like that. I like to know somebody that know what they want. Like you go after it type shit. So I don't know how to read you type shit.
Yeah, it's okay. I totally understand.
Thank you. So we do have one guy left right on over here.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna ask, like, is Terrence someone that's your type?
No.
But she
Sorry,
didn't pop his
Terrence.
balloon.
And why is he not your type?
I mean, he's not fully my type,
She didn't pop his balloon. See, this is the
I'm a really picky person, okay?
This
So
is
like
the
Oh
anything
my
balloons for me,
God.
yeah.
God. Okay. Because I remember when I asked you earlier, you said you don't have a type, but now you're saying you're a picky person.
I'm not. I don't have a type. Like there's not something specific that like I go for, but like if I like
So
you, I
we're gonna
like you. If I
stop it
don't, I
here.
don't.
We're gonna stop it. We're just gonna stop it here. This is why I wanted to show this one, because this is the classic modern woman. She doesn't know what she wants. She's picky, but she's not picky. She likes this, but she doesn't like this. It's good on him, but it's not good on him. She's all over the place. You can't nail her down. She is too spontaneous. How about that? She's too sporadic. There's nothing, she's not grounded, right? We can't put our faith in her because she's so fickle that she changes like the wind. You see what I'm saying? Men don't like that. We don't like fickle women. We don't like women that can sway with the wind at a moment. We don't like a woman that's too caught up in her emotions to where it's just too many drastic changes.
Because they cheat.
Yeah, this is her. This is her. She doesn't know what she wants. Women, let me tell you what you need to do. Talking to the lady, even though it's a man's channel, we're talking to the ladies. Figure out what you want early. That'll save you a lot of time. I know you're gonna say I'm young. I don't know, what I want. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I got to taste the rainbow, try all the flavors of ice cream, and then choose one. No, that's too many flavors. It'd be better if you had a father and you picked a man that was as close as you can get to your father, and stick with that. Because this not knowing what you want and I'll know it when I find it nonsense, and it's scary to men. It's just very scary. And like the brother said, I can't read you. I need to be able to read you. You're too inconsistent. You're all over the place. Men are listening to the way you talk to other men. Men listen to the way women talk to other men. And we judge women based on how they talk to other men. Not just us. You could treat us with the utmost respect. But if you diss my brother, I see that. And I don't like it, especially if the brother is just being genuine and being himself and you dissing him for being who he is. We see that. And we don't like that. We don't like that. Not one bit. So, yeah, man, this is it. We're going to end it right here, man. We're going to end it right here. This is what we have to choose from. We have the best of two evils, right? There's not really there's I guarantee you all the women that came up on the platform, all the women that came across there, they were not wives. None of them. 0 out of 10 women shown, out of 8 women shown, 0 were wives. Only 1 had a little bit of potential. And if you want to see that one, go watch Balloon Pop. I'll try to put it in. I'll try to put the episode in the comments for you guys, so you guys can check it out and watch it. Yeah, go watch, man. Watch all the episodes of Balloon Pop Days, man. It's fire. I promise you, it's fire. It's fire. But this is why I want to show you guys. This is how women are. This is how fickle they are. This is how emotional they are. This is how ridiculous they are. They don't know what they want. They have no clue. She left a man's balloon unpopped. She should have been popped his balloon that she was not attracted to or interested in. She did that because she just wanted to have options at the end of the day. She knew she needed to keep an ace in the bag, and he was the ace in the bag, so she didn't have to look too bad at the end like nobody wanted her. Did I call it?
Right on. Well said. Well freaking said.
Man, end us out, man. Give us some knowledge for these young brothers out here, man, on what they're choosing, how they should be choosing. Should we all become passport bros?
I think we should, because I'm not saying that there's no women over here, but I think we need to realize that there's a big world out there. When I went overseas, there were a couple westernized women, but for the most part, most of the women that I've seen wasn't acting like that. They had culture and they knew what they want. Even some of the ones who were kind of like that, they still knew what they wanted. That there was like, I don't want to shame my family. I don't want to shame myself.
Come on.
I want to have a legacy, and I want to be, we don't need to necessarily be rich, but we need to be functional as a family. That's what most of them said out there. They didn't do this big I and little you type thing that the modern woman often does over here. That's the reason why I was wondering how it would be if they did have a bunch of traditional African women on there. But like it's starting to get like night and day. I'm starting to enjoy going overseas more and more. Like, even though I have a wife already, but just to be around other women in the marketplace and not have to see certain things in the park, not have to see certain things in the marketplace, not have to see certain things at the gas station, seeing women act out and be entitled, and it was just beautiful. And so, to close out, I think men need to understand that a lot of the modern women culture is a waste of time. They spend all that time standing up there, hurting their feet, listening to people talk and getting their balloons popped to walk away with nothing.
Nothing.
To
Zero.
to not even be able to pick from, basically, they thought that they was going to get a steak, but they was at a hot dog stand. And that's basically what went on. And so, brothers, take yourself away from the hot dog stand. The only way you could take yourself away from the hot dog stand is to say, no, I'm not having that around me. I'm not putting that in my body. A lot of people that are unhealthy, they complain about fast food, but they still eat it. Don't do that with the modern women. If you know the modern woman is unhealthy for you, don't eat it. And you won't get that cancer. You won't get that diabetes. You won't get that hypertension, but you'll have good health. Treat your dating habits like you would your eating habits. Stay away from the fast food and start picking the organic, and you'll have a good, healthy life and relationships to come, and marriage.
Come on, brother. Hey, brother. Well, well, well said. That's what I'm talking about. I don't got nothing, man. I don't need to say nothing after that, man. Walt D just closed this out. He pretty much said, hey, man, stay away from the fast food. Stay with the organic. If you know what you like, gravitate toward that. Go where you celebrate it. I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This has been an amazing show. Thank you, Walt D. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Certified in a lot of things, but that's not important. Mr. Walt D. I'm Too Much Moxie, and we are out. Peace.